Hi Scorpio, welcome to a new era. My name is Emma. Scorpio is Skorpionen in Swedish. I am Swedish, so I will use a few Swedish words here and there where I feel like maybe the English is a bit tricky for the Swedish audience. I won't apologize for the really bright, shiny sun because it has started to become a bit more fall, autumn, rainy. So when the sun, keeps shining like this, it's just gorgeous. I understand though that you don't quite see me or I don't quite see you. But I think we can deal, and the camera just focuses really well on the card still. So Scorpio, it is a gorgeous energy happening on Mother Earth right now. I feel like, yes, you can get into heavy energy if you want to, because that side definitely exists as well. But if you keep your focus on what's like beautiful right now, there is so much gorgeousness, you can almost die from it. You just sit in bliss and like, oh my God, it's beautiful. And at the same time, that can be a bit overwhelming if you don't like keep track of yourself. September keeps delivering what I said it was going to keep delivering. I feel like there's gorgeous energy coming in. And like I said, around the full moon, and you being water sign that you are, and the moon is your friend, around Pisces full moon that was like a couple of weeks ago. Not a couple of weeks ago, a week ago, I think, when you see this, anyway, really shifted things. I feel like it was a before and an after. That's what I felt before, and I still feel it. I feel like there's, for me, it wasn't like an explosion physically, but I felt things really like almost on a very subtle energy level shifting within me, and that has started to show itself in different, like it has turned up in different settings, with people, with situations, opportunities coming in, things like that. So let's see what specifically is going on for you, Scorpio, for the upcoming week. And I do 3 cards at the tame at this, and that would be in Swedish, that would mean at the tame. No, I'm getting distracted here now. Get it together. I'm going to talk in a minute. I'm doing 3 cards at the same time, which means in Swedish, på samma gång. It gives me a bit of a story. It gives me like an overview of what's going on in your life. But I want to show you the cards that come out. And the first card is my basic energy for you guys. It's like what basically the basis is going on for the upcoming week. The rest is sort of just color for the beautiful situation. And look at this card. It almost has started to become my Scorpio card, so it's funny that it comes out again, because it's just you have the moon in the background, you have the water right there, you're standing on your fish, like just being in water, like you just love to be, and it says go with the flow and let things happen. That is such a beautiful ground energy for your week. And then the next card out is Archangel Gabriel, messenger of creativity and hope. And it's a lot of kids around that one. I feel like the kids card has come up so many times for Scorpio. And then we have the owl, which is the wisest bird in all of the universe, I feel, with a very large like perspective. So just give me a moment to see what's going on here. Yeah, so first up with going with the flow, let things happen. Between full moon in Pisces, because there's fish here, and there's a full moon in the back, and I'm drawn to talk about it. I started talking about it with you guys in a way that I sort of don't have. I somewhat have for the other signs, but not like in this specific way about the full moon in Pisces still. I feel like there's a time frame now from full moon to full moon. I think the next full moon is like around there what is that in all over the world? It might be like on the 12th in some parts of the world, and like on the 13th. So between like maybe the 12th and 13th, or it might be the 13th and the 14th. I'm not 100% sure here. So between now, the full moon in Pisces, and the next full moon around mid-October, I feel like there's a time frame for you to sort of, I mean, such a silly expression, but learn to ride the wave. Really learn to ride the wave. I think you guys were like last week, I think we got into you talking about like how high of a vibration that you have. I think that was you guys, and I think it was last week. And that you're sort of just starting to get the hang of yourself and what you're capable of manifesting in your life, and how everything that you think about actually do come true, or actually shows up in your life in one way, shape, or form. And it's like you finally have come into the realization that nothing really is off limits, nothing is too big to create, or nothing is too tough or too hard to create. It's just a matter of allowing it in, and the way you do it is riding the wave, like riding what it is that you have created. You know, you created first, maybe through some hardship, maybe through knowing for a fact what you don't want, which leads you to know for a fact what you do want, and then to let it go, not to keep asking the angels for it, not to keep asking the universe for it, to like, please can I have it, or please can you make this happen, or, you know, it's not news to the universe what you want. And then the next step is now, like this gorgeous energy, I feel like you are now just learning how to sort of almost let go of your wish, even let go of what it is that you're trying to manifest, and let go of the other work. Like it's no longer work for you. It's just letting it happen and just going with the flow, going where the tides are taking you, sort of thing. And because you're standing on that fish, it's rich in fish. I feel like for some of you guys, it might specifically be that you're letting in a whole bunch of money. And as I said that, I just heard I just got the word October. October just rings in my head. So, when do we shift? Yeah, there's a tiny bit more time before we shift into October. So I say this is for the upcoming week, but this might be for just at the very beginning of October. Like I'm not talking about a couple of thousand. I'm talking about a big shift for you. Like maybe you're going to inherit money from somebody. Maybe you're selling like a large company, and that's why you get a whole bunch of money. Some could win the lottery. This is just me trying to, like, what I get from Spirit is that there's a huge shift happening, and in finances, I feel like there's a huge shift there. And then from Spirit, I get October, and then it's just me trying to work out where could that come from in my sort of limited way of looking at it, thinking there could be a large sum of money through inheritance. It could be a large sum of money if I sell the company, through lottery. But don't let my way of looking at where you could get a lot of money from hinder what you are after. Maybe you know exactly what I'm talking about, and just me talking about where it could come from just hinders your awesome journey. So take whatever applies for you, and what you have been thinking about, and how you see it, and sort of don't care too much. It will be shown to you. When there's so much water as well, it just talks about emotions as well, like emotions and feelings. You're just learning. It's like you're learning to deal with everything. You're learning to deal with life, like how to handle life. Something shows up and you're handling it in such a different way. If there's a lot of emotions, usually maybe you would have felt really overwhelmed and really like taking it back, like, oh, I need a week off. You actually would get sick or ill, like you just couldn't take it when it became that much. And now it's like, no, I'm dealing with it. I'm you know, I'm standing on the fish. I'm riding the wave. It's not becoming overwhelming. It's not, you know, it's not eating me up. I'm riding these fish. And so you're learning to manage everything, and you're learning to manage your emotions. Like you're starting to get a handle of your emotions. You're not so reactive anymore. Scorpio is the deepest sign ever. And so when you feel it, you feel it. And so it's such a gorgeous gift that you finally like can start to manage your emotions. You don't get so like super upset if something happens, or super sad if something happens, or super angry if somebody cuts you off in traffic, or super like it's more calm now. It's like, yeah, I can understand why they did that. Yeah, it's more of a like you're just rolling with it. You're going with the flow. And also that means that if you have asked for a large sum of money, or you've asked for like that increase in finances or abundance overall, it probably was really, really good that it hasn't happened until now, because you probably couldn't have dealt with it. Now you can. And as I said, that is just 11:11 on the clock. So that's gorgeous. That just means it's really in alignment with what you're trying to achieve right now. And you're going to be able to really handle it well, whatever you're bringing into your life right now. That could also be like a relation, like a really abundant relationship where it just flows. It's just beautiful. It's not, you know, one overtakes the other, or one tries to, you know, you're trying to get into that competitive state. It's just a flowy, lovey-dovey feeling, which is you handling it as well. So that sort of thing. And then leading into the Archangel card, the messenger of creativity and hope. I'm really drawn to that bottom line text that says, you know, keep that creativity at its peak now, and just keep the hope that whatever you're trying to manifest, or, you know, going with the flow with, is coming in. You just keep going on this wave now. Just keep riding that wave and going with the flow, and everything that you've been waiting for is slowly, one thing after the other, is going to start to turn out. And you're going to be really excited about things that you've been waiting for, but you're going to be even more so excited because you understand that you did it, that it was your creation. That is worth so much more than, like I started out saying that you are actually coming into realization that whatever thoughts you're thinking, that actually turns into things. You're actually, you know, creating your reality now. And here it is, more in detail. Here it is. And, you know, I can't escape this card, it seems, for Scorpio. So there's kids on the way. You might be nurturing like a child right now. There might be, you know, a partner coming in that already has children or a child, or you will get pregnant really soon, things like that. And when Archangel Gabriel comes in, it also shows protection, like not protection to not get a baby, but that they're very protective of, if you have kids, or if you're like, you just found out that you're pregnant, or your partner is pregnant, that you're being protected. I'm not heavy into the protection word, or being protected, because then you need to be protected from something. But I feel like it's a gorgeous energy that you can think of it in terms of, you are in the light, you are on the right path, nothing is going wrong now. If you have been trying to get pregnant forever and you haven't, now is the time. Or if you have lost a couple of babies, if you have miscarried this a few times, this time it will stick, that sort of thing. And if you are, you know, meeting somebody, they're bringing a young child into your life, know that it's not only for you to provide for them, or, you know, take care of them, or see them, maybe even as your own, but the angels are with you. The angels are nurturing your children as well. Okay. And really fast now, before the extended, the owl is coming out next to this. And it just is telling, it's like a light, it's just telling of, as soon as you get too detailed, as soon as you know, focus in on something, and and you sort of can't see it anymore. You don't see the outcome. You don't see how it's really going to go. You can't really figure it out in advance. Now you're too far into the future. You're too far into the details. Take a step back. Now the owl comes in to say, take a step back, look at it from a different angle, from a different perspective, you know, take a step back, and from out here where you sort of have a larger grip of the situation, look at it from there, and you will feel ease straight away. Okay, guys, I hope this helps, and if it resonates, do come to the extended, and we'll dive deeper into this situation and see where it's going. Maybe even see, I shouldn't say that because I'm trying to find out what spirit is giving you. So come to the extended if you want to. If this was perfect for you, then thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you back next week. Please subscribe if you haven't, and thank you so much for the donations that has started to come in. If you want to donate to the channel, it's a link down below. It's actually under the extended in the description box. So take care, guys, and I hope to see you in a week. Bye.